Okay, so here I am. I'm trying to do a quick video on immigration in Belize. Um, but gee, but look up, Plummy. I've been hearing lately that I am fat or I put on weight. You know, Caribbean people, when they put on weight, them say you're fat. So a few people say I'm fat. I think five, my count, actually count them. 5 people say, when I get fat, I go. I don't really see it, but okay, keep the camera steady. Alright, I don't really see it, but you know, because I did lose some weight since I moved to Belize. But anyhow, this is not about me and my weight gain, weight loss, whatever. It's about immigration. So, for the people who wants to move to Belize from Canada, America, UK, I'm not sure if UK is the same step. I would think I think so. The same process. So I went to immigration today. I believe this was like my 3rd stamp. Yes, because I'm here 4 months going. Yeah, so as you know, or if for you who don't know, when you enter into Belize, and if you're not under CARICOM, you only have 30 days to stay in Belize, right? They're going to stamp you 30 days immigration at the airport. So, I want to go on this one. So that look like baby I come. Oi. Lord have mercy. So, anywho. Okay, so, where was I? Oh my God. So I went to immigration today. Okay, first, before I even get into that, if you're trying to move to Belize and you're trying to get information and steps of moving to Belize, and when you get to Belize, what to expect, what to do, and especially concerning immigration, because like I said, they'll stamp your passport 30 days when you get into Belize. If you start doing some research already on Belize, then I know you already know that. So you have 30 days. So every 30 days you have to go to immigration and restamp for an extension, and that's $100 USD. Now, okay, don't rely only on what you heard here in the Facebook groups. Don't rely only on Google, because believe you me, from my experience, I can tell you that Google don't know everything. I thought that Google know everything, but Google really and truly do not know everything, right? And Google can be very, very misleading too, as you be Googling something, reading, and then one page tell you something, and you move to another page, and it's going to tell you something else, and you're all confused, and you don't even know what to work with. So trust me, so you got to dig deep into your research. Yes, the groups can be very informative, but you still need to do further research. And I'm saying this because of my experience, and to tell you that there's people that will be in the group that may, okay, so there'll be people in the group that may not be aware of certain process, certain steps that immigration, that you have to go through immigration, because sometimes some people have different experiences too. And this is also from my experience. I'm speaking from my experience. I've been to immigration 3 times so far. Okay, so my first time at immigration, I moved here from Canada with my daughter. She's 11, so she's in school, right? I got her into school like immediately. I did all that research from Canada. I know where she was going, so I got her into school immediately. So before I came to Belize, I did ask several questions in the group, and my questions were answered, yes, but there were few things that I did not learn in the group. And then when I went to immigration, I heard those things at immigration, so I wasn't really fully prepared with certain things. So first time I went to do my extension, as you all know, if you know already, that your 30 days when you're doing your extension, it's 100 USD per person. Yes, even for a child, it's still 100 USD, 200 Belizean dollars per person. So upon going to do my extension, my first extension, and when I went in with my daughter, the officer asked me if why not do a student permit for your daughter. I was like lost because I didn't know that was even possible. Yes, so I wasn't even aware that there was a thing that called student permit that I could have applied for my daughter, because upon doing my research in Canada, I was never told that. And not only that, I talked to people in the group, I asked questions in the group. I also have few people that I'm in touch with in Belizean, and I was never told anything of such. So, but I was happy to know that anyways, that was a possibility. So so one of the steps to get a student permit is the child has to be enrolled in school, which was, my child was already in school, so that was good for me. And you have to have like referral from someone you know in Belize. Yeah. And you need bank statement. And the rain is coming and I'm in my car, and and I don't have the key, so let me pause for a little bit and then I will return. All right. Oh my look. All right. So yes. So for a student visa permit, student permit, which lasts for the entire school year, by the way. So once you get that student permit for your child or children, then you don't need to be stamping their passport anymore. And that goes on until the school year finishes in June. So therefore, that $100 a month for the child, children, they are family. I've been to immigration and seen family that is coming in. Okay, so yes, so I've been to immigration and seen family of 4, 5, 6. Just imagine you're coming into immigration every month with 3 or 4 children, and you have to be stamping your passport $100 and 3 children at $100 a month USD. That does add up. That's a lot of money right there. So yes, so you can actually get the student permit from, and I wasn't aware of that until when I actually in Belize and came the first time. So the first time I had to pay for my daughter extension, and then the officer told me that. So moving forward to the next time coming in for my stamp, I got myself prepared to do all of that, because like I said, she was already enrolled in school, so that was easy. So all it needs is a letter from the school saying that the children are enrolled in the school, and you will need bank statement. Definitely bank statement is a must to show that you have some income coming in and you'll be able to take care of you and your children. And you will need a reference, and there's one more thing. Oh my God. Right. So what was the next thing that I wanted to say? Okay, so another thing when it comes down to immigration now, because like I said, today I went again for my next stamp. Okay, so one of the things that I forgot to mention, which I know you will already know once you start your research, once you go to immigration, they'll give you all the list. But I'm doing this, so let me put it out there. You will also need 2 passport pictures of your children for the student permit. Yes, you will need that, 2 passport size pictures. Also, okay, so everything has to be photocopied, by the way. They don't take original. It depends on what agent you get. They may want to take it, but they want you to photocopy those documents before you come into the office and hand them over the photocopied version. They don't want to take the time to get that done for themselves, which is strange because in Canada, any government office, whatever you're doing, they are not going to accept photocopies, right? They will not accept photocopies at all, which makes sense because original is, you know, so in Canada, they're going to take, if you're going to do passport, anything concerning government, they want original documents, birth paper, all of that. So make sure you have everything prepared before you go into the office. And moving forward past the extent, you will definitely get the permit, the student permit, right on spot, by the way. So once you get the student permit, you no longer need to stamp your children's passport every month. So now you just have to deal with yours only and your spouse. If it is raining like cats and dogs, let me wrap this up. Okay, so going into immigration to get your extension, just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself with all the documents, even what you think they may not need. Walk with everything. Walk with your life story. Because the thing with immigration, I went 4 times around. And sometimes they're going to ask you something today, and then when you go another time, they don't. And I think it depends on who. Because the first 2 times I deal with this lady, and the 3rd time when I went back, she wasn't there, so I got this guy. And today she wasn't there either, so I got this other lady. So the first 2 times, they never asked me for any bank statement. Bank statement, you need that for the student permit. That's a must. But bank statement for my extension, they never asked for that when I was stamped the 2 first time, right? The 3rd time, I was asked for bank statement. So the same bank statement that I use for my child's permit, I just give that to them. So have these things prepared, have all your documents prepared to take with you, because you don't know what they're gonna ask you. I just keep everything in my laptop case and I just never take them out. So whenever I go to immigration, they're there, except for 1 paper today I didn't have, and that was my land paper. They will ask you if you have property in Belize. If you're renting, make sure you have it. The lease, important. They want to see where you live, right? And if you have a house, walk with that paper, whatever they want. Right, so they will ask you for your land paper, where you your address, blah blah blah. Wherever you're living, you need to show that. You need to show if you own properties or you own land. That's important, and I think that's a bonus for you too. Once you have those things, you're good to go with immigration. That makes it much better on your end. So today I did not have my land paper with me. I totally forgot to pick it up, but I did have one in my email that I present to them through email, and then I did have a receipt from a payment, from a last payment that I did with my second land. So I was able to present the receipt from one and the paper that I got by email from the other one. So those are important things that you need to know. Walk with your life when you're going to immigration, because they're going to want to see everything. And like I said, what they ask you today, they may not ask you next month, because the first 2 times I didn't have to show any bank statement, and today luckily I kept the paper in my laptop case where everything else was. It was the same bank statement from December or November, and I just pop it out and show it to them. So just be prepared when you're going to immigration. And yeah, any question, you can link me, and maybe I forget something, or if you have any, something that I don't even know, because you never know, I don't know everything. Somebody else may know something. Right, so if you have any question, any more further question on immigration, if there's something that I've missed and you want to ask, if I have the answer, just ask. Or if you do know something that I don't even cover, that you may know of, just let me know. And again, one thing I didn't say was that for stamping your passport, you don't have to necessarily stamp it for 30 days. You can stamp it for 60 days, even up to 90 days, because that's what I did the last time. I went in November, I believe, and I stamped it for 2 months. Right, so instead of doing 1 month, if you don't want to go to immigration every month, I have to go to Belmopan, and it's a journey. Like the first few times I take the bus, because of course I wasn't driving, I just got here. I didn't enjoy the bus ride anyways. It's a journey. So if you don't want to like go there at wherever your immigration office is every month to do this, because how could I forget this? Prepare to spend all day at immigration. Yes, if you haven't done it yet, prepare to spend all day. I got to immigration this morning at 9:43, something like that, 9 something, and I left immigration almost 2 o'clock. Prepare to spend all day. You may get through before 12 o'clock, but if you don't get through by 12 o'clock, you will be spending lunchtime, because they closes at 12 until 1 o'clock. And that's what happened to me today. 2 times that happened to me, but the other 2 times it wasn't that bad, but I did spend at least 2.5 to 3 hours at immigration. So yes, so prepare yourself to spend all day at immigration. That's just how it is. You're going to be sitting outside and you're going to be waiting. And also when you got, wrapping this up, also when you got inside to immigration, when they finally call you, prepare to spend another 15 to 20 minutes, could be even 25 minutes inside with the agent, because it does take a while. I don't understand that part, because if you do this every month, I just don't understand why it takes so long just to stamp the passport. I don't understand that part. I understand the waiting part outside, but when you get inside and you go sit in front of the agent, and sometimes you don't sit in front of the agent right away, because if the agent is dealing with someone, you have to wait, and then you go. But let's say if you go up to the agent right away when you go inside, prepare to spend about 20 minutes, because I don't know what I'm so long, but yes, that's how it is. And preferable walk with cash. They do have Interact, but sometimes it never happened to me though. I'm never unfortunate for the Interact not working for me. It does work for me. Today I decided to walk with cash, but just walk with cash to make your life easier, just in case the machine decide to not function that day, because it's just like the banks here. I find that the banks here, Atlantic and Belize Bank, every minute the machine is on. Alright, well, I hope I have provided enough info and